Low damage
Is it working? Ah! Can you hear me through my camera? Yes! Can you hear me through my camera? Yes! Woo! Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my headset. Okay, so first of all, so is it my headset? What is going on? What the fuck? Okay, so it is coming. So it's coming through my headset, but it's registering that it's coming through my. Okay, well, technical support is gonna hear about this when he gets home from work. Oh my god, what the fuck? So, like, every so often, it looks like a camera to me. but my audio is coming through here, and it says it's coming through my camera. But anyway, uh, my computer just randomly decides to shut off. But usually it just comes back on, and then everything's fine. So, not only did it shut off, but it restarted 3 times for updates. Excuse me, I'm back, baby. Welcome back. They tried to keep us down, but we're back. But then, why on my screen is there shit, rel? Because I was in the middle of watching a video about fucking what's his name, trying to figure out what he's good for, and my computer shut off. But it does look like he's shitting. Oh my god. But fucking, so my computer shuts off, restarts 3 times for updates, and then turns back on. And then my mic stops working. Cat's gonna turn it off again. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my god, it's so fucking annoying. I literally thought my computer was like cooked. Like I legitimately thought that it was just gonna keep saying that it was restarting for updates and then it was just gonna not ever work ever again. So I'm glad that's not the case, but I don't know. And then so I'm sitting here trying to figure out my mic settings and why my mic's not working. I'm going through all the advanced settings, all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, well last time, womp womp, I guess, yeah, for real. Last time, this happened. I turned on the mic on my camera because my camera has a mic. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm discombobulated as fuck. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can't turn on the mic for the camera. So I turned on the mic for the camera. Well, turns out it's this. So turns out it's this. What is happening with my OBS? So yeah, technical support, i.e. Steven, is going to have to help when he gets home. But let's continue the
Hit
video.
means Sorel just keeps on getting knocked back by Vodka Cat, prolonging the Sorel's lifespan, which can be bad news. Now, his true form does not change his attack speed, but I think he's actually great against Sorel now. But hold on, you might ask, why would that be the case? He still can't nuke down Sorel without knocking it back a lot, right? That is correct, except you're glossing over one thing. Royal Guard's new damage is so incredibly high that ultimately, this really doesn't matter. matter. Does he still knock Sorel back a lot?
And
yes,
he's immune to
but
wave
that's irrelevant.
and curse.
He still kills Sorel incredibly fast anyways. Usually, Can Slime and Bullet Train are your usual normal Sorel counters. But if you can't one-shot the Sorel, you'd usually need to use one to chip it down, then spawn another unit to finish it off. But for the case of Royal Guard, he can independently destroy Sorel all by himself. And even if you somehow fail to kill the Sorel in one Royal Guard, you can just spawn another. That's right, on top of having good stats, Royal Guard also has a really short 4.5 seconds cooldown and a cheap 600 cost. On top of that, remember what I said on my previous videos about Research Combo? Research combos are of course cat combos that decrease your unit's cooldown. A cat unit that has a natural short cooldown benefits the most with Research Combo, and Royal Guard is definitely one of those cases. If you want to see a full discussion about Research combos, I highly recommend you watching my Research Combo video. But anyways, medium Research Combo sets his cooldown to 2.8 seconds, and large Research Combo sets his cooldown to the minimum 2 seconds. Low cooldown and cheap cost are a quality that he already had in his previous forms, but the potential was never truly realized due to the lack of stats. But now every single Royal Guard has a lot of health and deals a crazy amount of damage, so this cooldown and cost is actually really valuable and allows him to stack up and rack up damage incredibly fast. Just be a bit more mindful of your money if you're using max research. To put how fast his damage can rack up into perspective, let's compare it with the current newest strongest relic nuker in the game, Edie's True Form. At level 50, Edie's True Form's effective DPS against Relic is a whopping 100,000 DPS, and he has 4,200 cost. Compare it to Royal Guard, who at level 50 has 25,500 effective Relic DPS with 600 cost. This means that to reach Edie's DPS, you just need 4 Royal Guards totaling at a merely 2,400 cost. And since his cooldown is 4.5 seconds, not counting the first Royal Guard, you can achieve this DPS in 13.5 seconds. But with Research L putting his cooldown to 2 seconds, you can achieve this DPS in 6 seconds. And you can still keep spamming him afterward to ramp up the damage even further. That's how crazy his damage output is. Of course, it's not as simple as it sounds. Edie have the advantage of speed, nuke damage, and rebound, which boost the damage way faster, and Royal Guard can't just continuously stack up on high range enemies, as especially in higher difficulties, he probably won't stack up or survive for too long to create too big of a stack. Plus, there's a few Relic enemies that he can't quite approach that Edie can. Relic Uriel have very fast attack and piercing range. Edie has no problems dealing with these guys as the burst damage is all you need, but Royal Guard can barely survive long enough to land any meaningful hits. But these are extremely specific examples, so it's not too bad. Outside of these, the most common relic that Royal Guard can't quite approach is Amos. Amos's knockback and slow means that Royal Guard can't land a hit without getting knocked back, and so there's basically no way for Royal Guard to hit Amos on his own. Keyword is on his own. Keep this in mind. Speaking of Amos, remember how one of the main concerns people had about Royal Guard is that the existence of other anti-relic units overshadows his usage or makes him redundant? Well, I'd like to propose another view that is the complete opposite actually. I think the existence of other anti-relics actually validates Royal Guard's existence further. For example, Royal Guard can help Edie clearing off peons to get a clear shot, while on the other hand, Edie also helps with quickly racking up damage so you can successfully burst down relics easier.
Who the fuck is that?
Each other, they can compensate for each other's weaknesses. This applies for other units like Doron, Uriel, Fried Chicken, Nala, or even Slapsticks. Doron's the most obvious one, as he basically synergizes with literally anything anyways. Guaranteed long freeze allows Royal Guard to stack up and shred basically anything in front lines. And then Nala and talented Slapsticks can weaken relic enemies, which allows Royal Guard to survive much longer. And then Esoteric Uriel and Fried Chicken's Curse can be used to disable Amos's ability, allowing Royal Guard to tank hits through Amos without getting knocked back or slow. Not only that he does not get overshadowed by anti-relic units, he instead synergizes extremely well with most of them. And even if he's not paired with these units, he can very well work alone all by himself anyways. His strength is legit on par, if not better than some of the common anti-relic choices. Usually people would argue that he's replaceable by slapsticks, but honestly, Royal Guard outclasses slapsticks against nearly every relic enemies except for Amos and maybe Mechabun. A better comparison to Royal Guard would be Super Feline, who is also a rusher type unit. Super Feline's piercing and area attack means that he's better against group of relic peons, but Royal Guard's insane damage output is far better for focused rushdown. Plus, Super Feline is extremely difficult to actually
crazy,
obtain,
Miss Jennifer.
requiring 15,000 user
I'm Katie and Jennifer.
It's much easier to get Royal Guard than Super Feline.
One last thing before I wrap this section up is I also want to bring up on how he works on Infernal Towers floor 40. This might sound too specific, but I think it's important to note as going in, I had very little faith that he'd work at all. Relic Yulala is a fast mid-range piercing pusher with big damage that should theoretically counter Royal Guard, but by not need shielding, you can have the guards constantly chip Yulala down incredibly fast. He even counters the Metal Crocodinator in the stage as he have very fast attack speed. Nearly soloing Infernal floor 40 is not something just any anti-relics can do.
So yeah, that's Royal Guard's relic compatibility. He's pretty strong for majority of relic enemies, and he destroys short-range relic enemies and tanks the high-range ones.
And even then, sometimes he just work on wild scenarios you might not expect. He's really solid as an anti-relic.
Now, what about the new alien targeting? Is he as good as an anti-alien as he is an anti-relic? The answer is sort of, yes, but also no. Okay, before we get deeper into that though, let's get one thing off of my mind real quick. A very common argument in why people think that his alien targeting isn't worth much is because Chillcat exists. Chillcat is a low-range area attacker with massive damage against aliens with low cooldown. A lot of things are pretty similar here, except that Chillcat has slightly better range and area attack, so you can deal with group of alien enemies. So then the question that people ask is, why would you want to use Royal Guard for aliens? He's outclassed by Chillcat.
Super
now,
Feline is a normal
if you're
cat,
one of
Charlotte,
those
I
people
do
that
have him
this
now.
question in mind, imagine me grabbing your cranium as I ask you this question. Do you
fucking
really
what's his name?
Chillcat? Seriously? If I'm gonna be completely blunt, Chillcat sucks. Yes, Chillcat has area attack and better range and even the same knockback count as Royal Guard, but just look at the stats difference between Chillcat and Royal Guard.
That's right.
It is night and day. Royal Guard has 75% more health, 70% more DPS, a much better speed and cost than Chillcat. You can invest in Chillcat's talents to make his price go down, but even then Royal Guard is still cheaper. And even though Chillcat has area attack, you'll need Chill to constantly attack multiple enemies at once to basically outperform Royal Guard. And that is already very unlikely since Chillcat's range is still very low anyways. And even if you use a huge amount of dupes and talents and talent orbs to even the playing field, Royal Guard's speed and cost will still always be better. And the speed is especially a core part in why Royal Guard works. It gives him a great advantage in dealing with high range and LD enemies. Even on Chillcat's potentially best stage, Puffer Planet, Chill still struggles due to the multiple corporal wayland that is spammed in the stage, as Chillcat would constantly get interrupted and potentially not land any meaningful hits whatsoever. But on the other hand, Royal Guard's incredibly high health pool and high speed allows him to just tank these hits no problem. Warp isn't really a problem either for him as he has good speed to just immediately go back in after getting warped back. Royal Guard's health and speed provides consistency that Chillcat never has. Despite Chillcat's advantages, Chill in a practical scenario gets outclassed by Royal Guard in pretty much every single way. I dare you to name a stage that Chill works better than Royal Guard without boosting Chill to hell and back. Okay, that was a pretty long segment just for comparing him with one unit, but I really gotta get that out of my system, because I genuinely can't believe some people unironically think that Chill is even a worthy competition. That is nuts. Now, that being said, Royal Guard actually does have a problem with aliens more so
Miss
than
Elizabeth.
Remember what I said about relic enemies, about how they rarely have any mid-range high damage enemy variants like Gory or Bear variants? Well, aliens have those. General Gregory, Scizoroo, Imperator Seal, Ursa Major, and much much more. They have enough range to outrange Royal Guard while also having a very high damage output. Royal Guard can still survive some hits from them, but he would not survive for too long. And so generally, he's usually not the best units you can bring to a stage. You can, however, weaken or freeze these enemies with any anti-aliens that you have to allow Royal Guard to get in and deal more meaningful hits. This definitely can work if you need to rush down something really quick, but on most other scenarios,
but it also
usually
took me like
picking
half
a
a day
higher
to beat
range
that stage.
generalist unit would be better. You might still want to keep Royal Guard in mind though, especially since Seafarer is a very common unit to bring to alien stages. But aside from these kinds of enemies though, Royal Guard can still work against a good chunk of alien enemies. He outranges enemies like Starpeng, Nimoy Boar, and Mesocosmic Cyclone. Royal Guard thrives against these enemies as they have low knockback count, allowing Royal Guard to tear them to pieces extremely fast. He also still works against enemies with long time between attacks like Elder Slot, Scissorex, or Kleinwan, or enemies with low damage like Elizabeth, Calamari, or Alpaki. He functions about as good as the high range relic enemies I mentioned before. He can either tank those enemies or rush them down with good timing. And his damage is even higher against alien enemies since you can get the anti-alien fruit treasures in the Cosmos stages. One more good alien enemies that he can counter is Yukan. But isn't that a bit scary as Yukan have a really high damaging wave attacks? Sure, it can be scary if it weren't for the fact that Royal Guard is wave immune. Yeah, now we talk about his wave immunity. Royal Guard's wave immunity change is something that not a lot of people talk about. One reason is cause wave blocker's existence, which can invalidate a lot of wave enemies, but a lot of modern stages have already accounted for that and try to create enemy combinations to kill your wave blockers as soon as possible, either by having extremely high damaging melee enemies or having mid to high ranged wave attackers. So there are usually downtimes between your wave blockers where you can get pushed pretty hard. Plus, due to his short cooldown and good health, you can kind of use him as like a pseudo wave immune meat shield. Yeah, maybe he's a bit expensive for a meat shield, but he has great health and packs a punch.
I'm mid-game!
But something about this might still bug you. I mean, surely it doesn't make him that relevant, right? After all, there are only very few relic and aliens
I literally
that
just
have
started
wave attacks, right?
Uncanny
But
Legends
to answer that,
like
this is where we segue to
couple
our final
weeks ago.
main point. You see, while it is true that there are very little relic and alien wave enemies, Royal Guard's usage isn't limited to just relic and aliens, because Royal Guard's base stats is already incredibly high that he still works outside of these two traits. So many people are too focused on his relic and alien compatibility that they fail to realize that his base stats already competes with some of the most popular melee units in the game. For comparison, at level 50, his DPS is nearly identical to that of Manic Island Cat. He even has similar tankiness due to his 2 knockback count, on top of being faster and having wave immunity. And we still need to account that he has nearly 4 seconds cooldown that can go to 2 seconds with Research combo, and that is ignoring the fact that he still has 3 to 4 times damage advantage against 2 traits. These stats are absolutely no joke for someone this cheap and this spammable. The only unit I can think of that rivals his damage output with this short cooldown is Max Talented Dark Laser. Max Talented Dark Laser is a well-known unit to shred anything when she's allowed to attack freely. Even compared to Royal Guard, her damage is about double of that with higher range and 15% chance to wave. Although Dark Laser does also have double of the cost of Royal Guard. But despite having similar health, Dark Laser struggles really hard against LD enemies or high-range enemies for the simple reason that her speed is only 5 compared to Royal Guard's 15. Dark Laser is still extremely powerful to shred melee enemies, but Royal Guard has a wider usage all around thanks to his 15 speed. He still works on any peons he outranges or enemies he can rush down with his speed and health. Low range enemies like Boar variants or any basic peon still get shredded by him. And his spam ability means that he's great against zombie enemies that burrows through your defenses, as he's always ready to kick anything that dare to show their face on the ground. Enemies susceptible by rushdowns like Slots or Naboy or Sunfish variants can also get ran over by him extremely fast. And Waver enemies tends to not have gigantic damage to compensate their wave attacks, so Royal Guard doesn't get killed too quickly, so he can usually tank hits while ignoring their wave attacks. He also outranges wave enemies like Honey11, Boar Jr., and Berserkori, allowing him to hit these guys safely and even act like a pseudo meat shield for the next Royal Guards. Royal Guard is quite an insane melee rusher unit, and it's kind of crazy that a lot of people still will sleep on him. He works independently with minimal support due to his amazing stats and quick attack animation, while also synergizing incredibly well with any supports that he can get. He is very powerful in any rushdown scenarios you can think of. One thing I almost forgot to mention is that he also has a combo with Future Cat, giving the speed up effect. This combo also makes your entire team more effective to do rushdowns very well, and is very easy to slot in since Future is a simple meat shield, and both Future and Royal Guard are anti-relics. Aside from that, Royal Guard's cooldown, speed, and great health also allows him to be very independent and even being a pseudo meat shield when necessary, even outside of his targeted trait, while his wave immunity is a sweet bonus that makes him work really well in more niche. But obviously, Royal Guard isn't without flaws. He's still a melee unit, meaning that stages that have strong mid-range enemies can disable Royal Guard completely, or stages with extremely aggressive pusher enemies can overwhelm Royal Guard easily as well. But that's just how most melee units are, really. That's about as expected. Not even units like Balrog works for every stages, right?
Unfortunately, melee units in general rarely have much stages where they shine, especially in legend stages where most stages are more tailored for range generalist or mid-range spam. Not only that, Royal Guard's low damage per hit type attack still can be problematic in a lot of situations. Even though he's fine for like relics and aliens, his matchup against some of the other peons can be terrible. He takes forever to kill enemies with high knockback count like Gabriel's and Dark Doges, and also isn't too good for Aku Doges since you generally want to one-shot them to prevent their Aku shield from regenerating. He's also not great against some enemies that does knockback like Sleipnir or Gokuraku or Mr. Mo, as his damage output relies on him actually sticking to his enemies, and every time he gets knocked back, he loses his precious time to attack. This is less of a problem on units with slow attack speed. I have explained this before in great length in my previous Bahamut Cat video. Watch that if you want to truly understand this concept and more.
Finally, his other main problem is that he's not the best on stages where money is limited. He shines the best when spammed with research combo, but sometimes more cost-effective options might be what you need. But despite all his flaws, he still has a great amount of overwhelming strength that makes him incredibly good. He's not gonna replace every single melee unit you have, but on the right stages, he can shred enemies beyond belief, while casually tanking and stalling enemies all by himself. Melee units are usually the key on some more trickier boss-focused stages, something like Advent stages or Heavenly or Infernal Tower stages, and in these kinds of environment, Royal Guard thrives. But it's weird to say that he's underrated, given that he's actually really powerful, but the community's reception is still kind of split, so he kind of is underrated currently. It is a bit wild, because I think that he genuinely is amongst one of the best non-Uber units we've got in the recent years. I highly recommend you start using Royal Guard more often if you didn't believe in him before.
Yeah,
whenever I test his performance, majority of the time he very much exceeded my expectations. There's already so much testing footage in the background to show how he works out, and I even have a decent chunk of more unused footage that I couldn't even fit in. The UL footages you're seeing are also either 2 or 3 or 4 stars, and while there are a couple of footages that frankly are not really on super difficult stages, like, let's be real, 4-star UL are infinitely easier than 3-star, but there's also plenty of proper challenging stages being showcased in the background where he can run some stuff down to the ground, sometimes all by himself.
No,
and even
literally,
if he doesn't dominate the stage purely by himself, he's still a great asset to bring to a team to work, whether it's a peon clearer or a basic melee rusher unit or anything else you can think of. He also has a wave immunity as a bonus.
There's so many of these stages where I bring Royal Guard not for the sake of testing, but because I truly believe that Royal Guard is the optimal cat to bring. He is genuinely that good. Try him for yourself. I implore you to test him out and be amazed by the power of the British Empire. But yeah, that's about it for Royal Guard, I think. If you have any thoughts, questions, or opinions about Royal Guards that I might have missed...
That's fucking insane, dude. Tootie. Hey! Hey! No! No, no, no. No. Quit putting your mouth on the cords or you have to get off my desk. So out of content, have to play Brawl Stars at this point. Oh, Tootie. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Lul. Hey, 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 hey. Stop it. Alright, let's do our fucking summons on shit. take that. We got a rare ticket. I want to do that so bad. Free NP. Tootie, you're getting hair everywhere also. Tootie, you're so beautiful. It's sweet and soft. So beautiful and sweet and soft and the Lulu. And the Lulu and the Lulu and the Lulu. She's so the Lulu. She's so the Lulu, the Lulu, the Lulu. I've come back from the dead. Greetings. So have I. Tootie. Are you so beautiful? Are you so beautiful? And your pantaloons. She smacks me in the face every time she turns around. Oh, is a gear, was a gear, was a gear, was a gear. Phew. Alright. What to do, what to do. Might as well get this. Tootie. Doing 11. That's not recommended, but trust me. No, I seed tracked. I finally beat the bear of the assassin. Woo! Ugh. Good. Glad to hear it. But I seed tracked Superfest, and the only unit that I literally want from Superfest is fucking Dark Lunos. And I did the seed, and if I want him, I would literally have to summon 54 times. And I don't have that many, so I don't want to waste my stuff. I'd rather wait for some not better, but something else cool to come out. Oh, my butt. Ow. Just smack me in the face, Lulagear. Oh, LMAO skill issue, Moby. It's not my fault I got the seed. It's not my fault. Okay. Let us... And... make sure I don't have... okay, no, I have the regular cat. Jesus Christ. Woody. Ugh. Alright. Let's get this last one. You're doing too much! You're being a crazy hero. You're being a crazy hero, dude. I'm rank 1499. Woo! In the cat battle. Very nice. There we go. The battle of the cats. Stop chewing. Right now, Tootie, you can't wait 20 minutes? Just give me a second. so I definitely should have sent Dazly instead of Izanagi. Now I can't save. I got my dad into Battle Cats. That's so funny. I got my whole family in on it, basically. Tootie, I can't see the screen, dude! Tootie! I died anyway. Doesn't really matter. Tootie. Dude. Hold on. Look, no, because we need to have a chat. Dude. You ate before I started stream. You eat when I get off a stream. You had snacks. You've had lots of pedants. There's no need for you to chew on the wires on my table. Okay? Capiche? Okay. Okay. But can you also, along with my mom and my grandma, I just gotta get the rest of the bloodline into it. Yeah, you're halfway there. Shit. My husband plays, my brother-in-law plays. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Tootie, dude, I need you to maybe come over here. Can you just come over here, lay down for 20 minutes, and then we can go play and hang out and have more snacks and eat? Can you just give me 15 minutes? You think you could do that? Can you come here and give me 15 minutes? Okay, thank you. At that point, put a phone on the gravestone of your ancestors and you're goated. Yeah, literally. I should have used the free continue with that. Now I have to use another leadership. Hi, Moby. Hello. He has no shield. Oh. Well, that's good. But you see, I also have to get my dad's side of the family into Battle Cats, which although I haven't met most of my relatives, I know that's going to take me a really long time. Who is the farthest into Battle Cats in your family? Also, Hellwarden Emma's useless until you get her true form because she gets ability to be a generalist tank. Good to know, good to know. But we are gonna free continue with ad. Anyway. I didn't also create the team specifically for this stage either. It took like a 6-year-long break from the game, I think, because I started playing first back in 2020 something. I just recently picked up the game again. That is what happened to me. I started playing in 2016 and then fell off for like probably a good 8 years, 7 years, and then I picked it back up in 2023, and I've been playing ever since. Da, 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 da. Okay, that is almost over. And boom. And boom. Alright. Kill something. My Ubers. That's what got killed. Well, that's unfortunate. Slime cat just takes them all. Too wishful thinking. Ooh, could we get Izanagi back? Maybe Dazzly, maybe both. Go, Izanagi, go! Okay, good, good. Okay. Just kill the fucker. Oh, everything's gonna die again. Of course, this stupid bitch lived. Oh my god, kill it, please. Thank god. Jesus Christ. I think the reason why I like this game now is it's actually unique. You won't find any unique games nowadays. It's a completely free experience. I agree with that. Giga Nyan Rex is surprisingly useful. Almost every game is just a knockoff of COD, or it's a website where you can create games. We don't talk about Roblox. He has a shit ton of good immunities. You can just use them on Cappy and Bahamut. Just continue with cat food. If I lost again, I was gonna continue with cat food. You, Roblox, just a shit company handled by creepy guys. Can't disagree with that. You get 3 Legend Cat's Eyes, super worth it. Helloification, hello. Imagine struggling in Battle Cats. Hey, we got there eventually. We got there, we got there, we got there. I helloify your soul. My humble, thanks. I don't know what I was gonna say. Woo! I will take 3 Legend Cat's Eyes and 30 cat food for sure. Did I not do my Gamatoto today? Well, didn't mean to do that. Ooh, I got an engineer. Oh, of course he's locked in. Well, I'll do that in a second. The holy power of Hello Gods. Couldn't be me, hee hee. Fucking level up. level cap your Izanagi? Is he now level cap? There you go. Hold on. Hi, it's me again. Hello! I beat chapter 2 today. Woo! The fuck am I on about? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, that's right. Excuse me. We can do some of these. That's only a 1 star. I'm just yesing this stuff I don't even know. 50 plus 1 Izanagi legit so much aura. This yesification is insane. I think you should do some cat fruit stages. I probably could. I don't think you want to watch me grind up the same thing over and over again. That's usually stuff I do off stream so you don't have to watch. Ooh, mission. Fuck it. I'll take the fucking challenge. It's 10? Okay. Grind your story of legend. I could do that. It's just called LARPing with extra steps. Couldn't hurt to get your cats the 4 forms up to their 4th form, right? Yeah, but those usually take behemoth stones, which I don't have. You know what? Act like my past 12 nighttime with lights on, not tired at all. Grind your stories of legend. I should do that though. How come children, when given a set list of items to bring back to a point, cannot fetch them and put them in the designated spot, just to instead go and die in the midst of a useless battle? What? Check your Ubers for me, please. Okay. And I got a mission, so let's get that too. I'll take 100,000 XP. First page! Drink my first energy drink today to celebrate no school. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What energy drink did you get? You can do an 11 draw on Superfest, I know. But literally the only thing that I want... Do the 11 draw? No! The only reason... Just wait till I'm at the legal age to drink alcoholic beverages. I know that I can, and I know it's on a discount, but I seed-tracked, and the only thing that I want from Superfest is Dark Lunos. And I seed-tracked, and if I literally want him, I have to summon 54 times, and I'm not going to be able to do that before it goes away. So I'm not spending $100 on cat food just to get him. It was a monster my friend gave me. Just do it, scaredy cat. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But anyway, here's my second page of Ubers. Probably the most mid page of Ubers that I have, and then here's the third page. Do you have Light Lunos? No, I don't have either of them. And I can't get either of them. I don't go to school anymore. I don't know which week it is this summer, but it's time to hydrate. The hydrate train is a chuggin'. No, I'm not gonna be peer pressured. Joke. Yeah, don't peer pressure me because I'm not doing it. Your Muta? You mean my cat's eyes? These? No, this one? No, this one? Am I stupid? How the fuck do you check your... I guess I could just... That's how many cat's eyes I have. Cause I really want to get what's his fucking name is what I meant to say. I mix Name and Cosmos together. Do you love cat fruit? God, I love cat fruit. If you C-track the other banner, I did C-track the other banner. Is it too much to ask for players that don't suffer? Severe cerebral palsy mixed in with a tad bit of feeling of being dropped as babies. What? What was it? Nothing good? No. Going back to the Battle Cats, lads. But I want this fucking guy, but I need 6 more of the fucking yellow what's her fucking called. And then there's somebody, and then the orange pixie has one too. This guy has one too that I also need. 5 blue and another behemoth gem, and then the yellow, which I'm not trying to do. Doesn't everyone get slam dunked as a child? Supernova Cosmo, my baby. I know, I want him so bad. But the fucking yellow stones are so hard to fucking grind up. And then yeah, this guy has a true form. And I don't even have his ultra form, but I don't even have his true form to even get that. So I just need to save up for Cosmo, and then once I get him, I can do anybody basically. I accidentally got thrown by my dad. He thought I was a basketball. What? I'm pretty sure I was born straight out of the womb. My first words were Battle Cats, and the first game I ever played was Battle Cats. I tried parachuting without the parachute as a child. He did like a rebound catch save. Hints with why. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Rare aesthetic level cap your Dazzly? I could. Do I have enough? In the Ubers, dumbass. Just, oh my god. Do I have enough XP? I don't think I do. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. A woman that did it once. Not to surprise anybody, but I like the Battle Cats. If a random person did it, it's 100% safe. Let me guess, she fucking died. Not she survived paralyzed, but she did. You guys are fucking killing me. Yeah, I ran out of XP. But she's almost there. I wouldn't want to be paralyzed from the waist down. I wouldn't want to be paralyzed in any fashion. Shout out to the paralyzed. You're stronger than me. How would I meet shield effectively? We need to do this more. It's working. We're killing her. She's for using Lunacia and Kazli in the same lineup. Level cap your super fast, at least the ones you use to level 50. Brother, I have 15,000 XP. I have 15,000 XP. What do you need feet for? Fair point, fair point. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's gonna take like nothing. I remember the first time that I... Okay. So I think we can finish Dazzly. At least. I mean, yeah, that's her fucking name. I don't know, I'm stroking out. So we cannot finish Dazzly with that. We got 2 more, though, that we can do before it resets. Rare ticket alert? Where? Oh, am I dumb? There we go. Speed this shit up. Well, we better approve these messages. Oh wait, I didn't have Fiat, couldn't. The sphincters, the poo hole, dumbass. Got my dual. I did my Duolingo today. Duolingo hates me. It literally left out no highlighted. Like if you're a sphincterless woman, I guess. Bow ba dow ba dow ba dow ba dow bow. Bow bow bow. You know? I can't like because I do have a butthole. Unfortunately, I do have a butthole. Huh? Bow, bow, bow. Alright. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Oi. Of course. Do I have a rare ticket? I don't have a rare ticket, I don't think. And I'm not buying it! Can you stop being so normal, bruddy? You don't know the half of it. You don't know the fucking half of it. I'm not doing Superfest! I'm not doing it! I'm not doing it! We're over here being weird. I'm joining in the weird. I'm here being weird, not knowing basic anatomy, nincompoop. Yeah, at least I knew what a sphincter was. And you're being a normal person. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I just said the only thing I want from Lunos. I mean, oh my god, the only thing I want from Superfest is Lunos, and I seed-tracked, and I can't get him. He's the only thing I want. I'm not doing the half draw. Okay, we'll do 130. That's not even free, MP. I had to pay for it. Okay, We're getting off the screen so you don't bug me anymore about it. Anyway, you can get free MP. I have... No. No. Unless somebody wants to fucking donate $20 right now, I'm not doing it. Because I need... I think if you do it out of order, it changes your seed. No, I'm pretty sure the only thing that changes your seed is when a new banner comes out. And then when a new banner comes out, seed Superfest is gonna be gone. Wanna bet? No. Do not send me money. I'm not doing it. Do not send me money. I'm not doing it. All these people. Yeah, like, don't know how seed track works. Shaking my head. Wanna fucking bet I don't have 20 euros available right now? I can't do it right now. I will do it. When does Superfest leave? It's gonna be gone by Monday. And there's no way I can afford doing a 54 draw by Monday. All I have is $1 and a fuzzy lollipop. Why is it fuzzy? I can send you... No! 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 Goofy is just a gambling addict. Let's point out the obvious. I don't have a job, but I have pocket money. Pull on Dark Heroes? I don't even want anybody from this. I have like all of these. I have like all of these. I have... Okay. I have him, the guy on top. I have the second one. Okay, I don't have Catman, but I have the White Rabbit. I don't have Warlock and Pierre. I don't have that guy. I don't have that guy. I don't have that guy. But I have the White Knight, Cyclops. I have Thunderjack, and I have that guy. But I don't even know if I'm gonna get him. Just do an 11 draw on it. No, I don't want to. Okay, no, stop. Brother, the content. No. Don't let them get into your head. No. Look. If Superfest comes out. No. I don't want anything in the June Bride. I already have that guy. I already have... Well, maybe I don't. I think Steven might have got that guy. But even then, there's like 5 Ubers on here. It's not Uber guaranteed. The free MP, but I'm not that desperate for MP. Or are you inciting a half oligarchy, half dictatorship stuff? Do Dark Heroes? Hanzo the Betrothed is a gray CC and immune to toxic. But we don't, guys, we don't even know if that's what I'm gonna get. Do Dark Heroes or I'll unfollow me that I've followed for literal years. It's because I've been streaming for literal years. Follow your heart, not others. I'm trying, bro! We get a free platinum ticket on the 22nd? That still doesn't mean I'm gonna get not a dupe. A Durex ad. I swear the stream always give me Durex stream. Maybe this means something. Yeah, meows. It literally... Okay, let me tell you what the seed said. The seed said I was gonna get Lunacia 3 times in the meantime. Bomber Cat I need on the 22nd? Yes, that is true. His thing comes out and get Dark Hit. No. No. And you can't even agree on which banner you want me to do the 11 draw on. I'm not doing it. Just makes us you should save even more. If anything, if we get a free platinum ticket, we should save even more. That's a good thing. No, I don't need more dupes of her. Lunacias you could never get. I don't know. If you save pulls, you can later get a plat ticket. You can seed track the plat ticket. Let's all do Dark Heroes, and I don't smite the air humidifier layer in my basement. You'll get another Lunacia dupe on this? Yeah, at least one. I got one last night, too. I got one last night, too. Look. Hold on. How many platinum shards do I have? 5. If I was at 9, I would do it. But I'm not doing it. It's time to let it, I'm still confused, play the game. Literally any other pronoun but it. No, I'm not doing anything on Superfest. I'm not. I don't know, this stuff cut me some slack. Literally, he, she, they, doesn't matter. My father is the CEO of Battle Cats. I'll get you banned for real, for real. No. No, I'm not doing it. Matter of fact, let's get off the screen. If you were to want to do it, you could save 6 Dark Cat's Eyes, getting at your level 60. Why is my message getting blocked, by the way? Your message getting blocked? I don't know. Did you say something about a channel? It fucking blocks the word channel on the fucking auto mod. Hold on, let me see. Oh, volume's on. Why do I go to mod view? Messages. Oh, you got blocked for the word banner. What the fuck? If you didn't know, Platinum Ticket or Platinum Track is the same way normal banners work. The Platinum Track says, like on 22A, it's Dark Lunos. Then you have 21 rare tickets. If you roll them, you do the Platinum Ticket. It's the last roll. You would always get Lunos. Lunacia is one of the best Ubers in the game. Just do it. I have her with multiple dupes. Look. I don't want another one. If you don't do it, I'll send 5 fuzzy lollipops to drown your taste buds. Go for it. I gotta go when we see either do the Dark Heroes pull or I'll be happy or I'll explode. Oh my god. Are you seriously gonna make me do fucking... Plat tracks only have Ubers, it's easy to get fast from Plat. I would say that if I was you. That's what I'm saying. You'll still have more than half your cat food anyways. And then I have to save 750 of them for Wednesday. There's no way. They don't wanna. Am I doing better now? Yes. That'll work. No. Okay. Would you rather me do the platinum ticket on Wednesday or this? Because it's one or the other. Short-term satisfaction is always better than long-term results. I don't wanna... What if I do it and I get nothing? Because I don't even know what point I'm at in the seed. But what if you do it and pull the legend? I know I'm not going to because I seed tracked. You guys always tell me, oh, seed track, oh, seed track. I finally seed tracked. And I can't get it. So what's the point in wasting it on a bunch of rares? Well, we won't get anything crazy, y'all. Put the fries in the bag. If you save your cat food for that, God knows what you will get. Right! Because we can look it up! Because we can look it up! We can seed track again! Why do you want me to get shit? I don't want Lunasia! I prefer my fries in the Epiglottis. What the fuck? I understand. Did you see what I have her at already? Alright, we're getting off. Anyway. Anyway. Great Friday. Last Friday in the apartment. I'm vouching for Dark Heroes, by the way. Well, I'm sorry you're going to be disappointed because I'm not doing either of them. Sorry to break it to you. Anyway, good Friday. Good fucking stream. We got that fucking what's his fucking nuts. And my chat is fucked up. So my OBS overall is just fucked up. So that'll be fixed on Monday. When you were clearing Bahamut, who helped you get the talented Bahamut? Lunasia, who is at 50 plus 2. Anyway. Good stream. Good Friday. Got a lot of good shit. Made a lot of progress. Who helped you with Crown Stories of Legend? Lunasia. And Izanagi. And Dazzly. Anyway. Anyway. Buddhists. That's a great way to end the stream. I'll see you on Monday. See you in the Discord. I'm always checking that too, so. Anyway. Good Friday. Good stream. Thanks for hanging out. Love you.